Does anyone else get the feeling that Tia Mowry asked her ex, Cory Hardrict, to take her back? And he said
no. Like absolutely not. I'm never, no. Is this me? What do I say to that? No.
Because her latest public actions are definitely giving scorned woman vibes. She went from acting unfazed by the divorce that she considered a graduation and wanting people to congratulate her, to basically crying in every episode of this reality show and telling people every week that they have no idea what she's been going through for years, and how she realized early on that she made a mistake in her marriage and settled for Cory, and was living an illusion to give people the idea that she was in this perfect marriage. She's trying to make it seem like it's a disadvantage to have only loved and been intimate with one man who courted her and waited years until she was ready to take their relationship further. She has consistently, publicly downplayed Cory's contributions, like when she said that he was only making more money than her because he was a man. And she even made statements on the show basically begrudging being her husband's source of comfort in the marriage.
You know, so I see him and I can sense him very uncomfortable. First thing that came to my mind was, let me just hug him and let him know that it's gonna be okay. And I feel like that has really been my role in this marriage.
And when she told her friends that she thought she might have made a mistake in divorcing Cory, only to have one of them immediately say no, and something along the lines of how Tia had been thinking about this for years. Which means that Tia was telling a single woman all the issues she was having in her marriage and letting that woman's input, based on her own situation, nestle in Tia's mind. And despite constantly mentioning that she had never dated anyone but Cory, when she had already said in a 2015 interview that she met Cory after having been hurt in a really horrible dating experience. In the season finale of her reality show, after wondering if she had made a mistake in dumping the new man that she let her friends catfish before going on a few dates with him, Tia said that she could fall in love with anyone and falls hard and fast. But how would she know that if Cory is her first and only? She even states in one episode that Cory is the only man she ever loved and he's still in her heart. So how would she know that she can fall in love with anyone? Or was she just saying that to make it seem like there was nothing special about Cory and she basically settled when she married him? It's like she's trying to do everything in her power to take digs at him and provoke some sort of response, but the most egregious is how it seems like she's using her little ones to do it. Tia and Cory have joint custody, and the older teenage boy has declined being on her reality show, but her 5-year-old girl has been featured in several episodes, and Tia has shown her drop-offs to Cory's house a couple of times. The first time, the little one was jumping on the bed, talking about how she loves going to Daddy's house and how she was going to play all day, before Tia starts helping her put her socks and shoes on with a sad countenance. And the next thing you know, the little one, who was so excited to be going to Daddy's, is jumping off the bed and in a more subdued manner handing her mother a worry doll to make all her worries go away. While Tia starts chanting, "Make her worries go away, make her worries go away, make her worries go away." Then the scene cuts to a confessional where Tia is basically saying how she decided she would be authentic with them by showing them mommy's sadness. So instead of being the protector of their emotions and peace, she decides to use them as her emotional support. And to do this right before she takes the girl to Cory's house. So what's fresh in her little mind is how mommy was worrying, and of course this is now going to affect her time with Cory. In another episode, Tia decided to go to Las Vegas on a girls' trip to do all the things that she hadn't done in her bachelorette party before she married Cory. So she was supposed to leave for Vegas the same day that she dropped the little one off to Cory's house. But it wasn't like she was going straight from Cory's house to the airport. She was actually going to use a car service to pick her up from her house and take her to the airport. But that didn't stop Tia from making sure that her luggage was sitting right in front of the door when she and her little one were leaving to go to Cory's house. So now, instead of this being like any other fun weekend at her dad's house, she now knows something is different. So as they were driving, she asked Tia why Mommy's luggage was at the door. Where was she going? Now Tia, who barely lets anyone else talk and usually has all the answers, now she's stuttering and stumbling all over her words and fumbling around before saying that she was going away with her friends to have fun. Now immediately, the little one starts crying right before they get to Cory's house. So after dropping her off, Tia gets back in the car, where she now proceeds to sit in front of Cory's house for however long it takes her to call her cousin Jerome and talk out her feelings of guilt for going away to have fun before he tickles her ears with everything she wanted to hear. So Tia was probably in front of that man's house for at least 10 minutes or more before driving off in a rush because she realized she was going to be late for her pickup. So now Cory has an upset little one who can probably still see Mommy sitting out in the car getting emotional before she goes away to have fun without her. When all Tia had to do was leave the luggage upstairs or hide it in a closet where no one could have known anything. But it's like she wanted to make sure that Cory would be informed of the girls' trip and what would possibly be happening when she went away for the weekend to a place that Tia said he had taken her several times throughout their marriage for romantic getaways. Tia's behavior in this reality show has gone a long way to vindicating Cory, because whether she's crying on every episode about how hard the divorce is on her, or letting the world and her kids see her licking whipped cream off a strange man's chest, having her legs thrown in the air and shaking so much her shoes come off while a dancer hunches on her and licks her, before going on stage to let yet another man lay her down and grind on her, before the next day she allows another stranger to do so in a cabana beside the family-friendly hotel pool. Or whether it's consistently getting her 5-year-old emotionally worked up right before dropping her off at Cory's, or telling the world that she knew she made a mistake marrying Cory very early into the marriage, even though she was the one who pressured him into proposing after their 5-year courtship seemed to hit a standstill. Tia's behavior is giving.
Because sometimes you're selfish.
You are crying. How am I selfish?
She even brought a third party on the show who had previously defended Cory when Tia was trashing him prior to her filing for divorce.
My husband is an actor.
Corey, yeah.
Cory, Mr. Cory Hardrict. And when he booked a role, he was getting paid more money than me. And I'm like, what? And I really think it was because he is a male.
Oh, I'm gonna speak up for Corey. He deserved it. Corey, you deserved it, fool. Love you, man.
She basically had Jack A. Harry say that she knew Cory was disappointed because he wasn't working. And the only thing that was playing in my mind when I heard this was
Objection, hearsay.
Because all it takes is one look at Cory's IMDb to show that he was always working. Whether it was big screen movies, working alongside A-list actors where he had 7 #1 films making over $2.5 billion at the box office, or whether it was hood classics or long-running procedurals, leaving Cory with over 105 TV and film credits to his name. And that's not including his latest come-up since his divorce. So to have Jack A. Harry come on her show to paint a picture of Cory as an unhappy, out-of-work actor and have the clip be teased on his birthday weekend is nasty work. When Tia first made her divorce announcement on the same day her sister's memoir was released, people started going through both her and Cory's social media posts. And one post in particular stood out from Cory's when he said, "Acting off of emotion will cost you every time." And even though this was posted before the divorce announcement was made, most people thought that he was referring to Tia's decision to graduate from her marriage. And he was making it clear that he wasn't going to be so easy to win back around if she had a change of heart. And it seems more than likely that she did, judging by her actions since the divorce announcement. Because initially, Tia went on this press tour, completely overshadowing her sister's book release, where she was telling everyone that the divorce was a graduation, and it was a gift to her children to see their mother living and chasing her truth. She made it clear that the divorce was her decision, and she was seeking her authentic self and personal growth. And then, as time went on, she started with the subliminals against Cory and tearful IG posts, making it seem like she was a victim in the divorce, and maybe one day she would be able to look back on this time with only warmth and gratitude for the children, and how she was taking her power back. The way Tia goes back and forth, questioning and rethinking every little decision, and turns every encounter with others into a therapy session about her divorce, tells you that she definitely tried to get back with Cory. And the way she's been not so subtly lashing out against Cory tells you that he decided to protect his peace. Have Tia's actions and this reality show made you look at Cory differently since the divorce? Is she giving off a woman scorned? Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Have fun today.